hell?
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Wednesday. That's right. It's hump day, but it certainly doesn't feel like one with all this green in the market. Smash the likes if you are excited about all of this green in the market today. Now, I do want to talk about the price of Bitcoin. I want to talk about where we're going. We are getting closer and closer to a very critical zone. I do think that probably before June 15th or 16th, we're going to see a very massive move. Also, a lot of people are excited about Litecoin. Litecoin up another 8% today, guys. Everyone's very, very pumped. How much more can this coin keep going? We're going to look into it realistically. I'm going to compare it to the previous halving event that Litecoin had. And we're going to see if maybe we could have some similar price action play out again this time around. So if that sounds good to you, you guys know what to do. Also, if this is your first time checking out the Crypto Zombie channel and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We do this every single day. Also, don't forget our Ledger Nano S giveaways every single Monday. All you got to do is comment below. And I do have two quick announcements before we get into the news super quick. I just want to friendly remind you guys, if you do remember, I did that interview with Energy, I think it was like a month ago at this point. Well, they are doing their energy earn drop, and the reason I'm letting you know is if you are a citizen of the United States or Canada, I think this is going to be running out soon. I think they're ending it beginning of next month. I don't really know, but I'm just letting you know these are totally free. You know, you just go here if you're from the US, you click US, and you can get some free energy. Now, you do have to do KYC. Obviously, the reason that they want you to do KYC is because if you don't, you know, people could just be claiming, right, from just different IP addresses using VPNs and stuff like that. But I'm just letting you guys know because this is for US and Canada, and after that, that's it, and then they're moving on to round 3. So just wanted to let you guys know that. The second thing I wanted to bring up is that the ZIL auctions for unstoppable domains are beginning on June 27th. Remember, it got pushed back. We were waiting for Zilliqa to actually enable smart contracts on the blockchain. Well, they did it, so that's all good. So basically, long story short, if you come over to Unstoppable Domains, you notice that a lot of these premium domains, most of them are taken, but they do have some up for auction, and you can see right here, these are the ones that people are waiting for to be auctioned on, essentially. So number 1 is bitcoin.zil. Number 2 is crypto.zil. Number 3, you can read for yourself. Number 4, blockchain.zil, okay? So basically, they're only going to pick the top 60. So if you guys want, basically all you do is if you're over at Unstoppable Domains and you have an account and there's something that you'd like to have an auction on, you could just, like, for example, Bitcoin, I add it to the watch list, and now there's another person watching. It's me, okay? So essentially, just gonna let you guys know that is coming out. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out Unstoppable Domains, you guys know what it is, right? Name system. Basically, you can have it for all of your wallets sent to one place, and then also they're gonna roll out domains as well. I think that's enough for now. Just letting you guys know. Now let's get into the markets. I was looking at Chainlink this morning, actually, because I had a feeling it was gonna pop. And it's up 3 cents, so look at that. Look at that. That was a pretty good guess. So anyway, having a look at what's going on, guys, we do notice that we are up $1 billion. Bitcoin dominance pulled back about 2%. So you can see right here, we have Bitcoin up 2.3%. Still trying to break that $8,000 level. We're at $7,996. If we look at the biggest gainers on the front, we do have Zcoin. Wow, up 38%. Maximine, 20%. Agricia, man, that was one that we were talking about in the Telegram channel. If you guys haven't joined the Telegram channel, it's totally free right here. I mean, that coin has been absolutely exploding. It's amazing what community can really do. Wax, Cardano Hedge, KuCoin, of course, Litecoin, Tron, and Icon, and there's a lot of altcoins doing quite well today. I want to talk about something about the altcoins, though, something that I don't really like about the way that they've been moving, and I'm going to get into that in just a second, but let's have a look at Bitcoin. Now, currently, Bitcoin, we are coming up again, and it looks like we're getting stomped out where we usually get stomped out in this region. As you guys can see, we've been trading sideways in this blue zone for quite some time. One of the best strategies, if you were trying to really capitalize on Bitcoin's movement, would obviously be buy support, sell resistance, you know, and just keep doing that over and over and over again. We are having some difficulty right here with this massive $7,934 level with the VPVR. You notice that is the red line, okay? We've just been sort of dancing with it lately. I'd like to see us really break out of this zone for, you know, some real bullishness, but currently we're still just trading sideways. Nothing too major happening. We are in this giant wedge that we pointed out. We can't break above this $8,055 level. For some reason, it's just holding us down. But as we get closer and closer, closer and Bitcoin gets tighter and tighter, we're going to have a massive move. Now, it does end around the 15th, 16th, 17th of June. Like I've been saying for the past week, I think we're going to have a breakout before that. Okay, when exactly, I don't know. I will keep you guys up to date. I mean, it could be literally tonight, possibly, okay? But we will know as we get closer to that, so keep our eyes on that. And as you can see right here, we had two potential opportunities. One was closer to actually June 17th, and one is closer to June 15th. I am going to go with the sooner than later because Bitcoin tends to be an impatient asset. So I do think as we get closer to the edge over here, we will see some movement. Now, for those of you who are worried about, oh no, what if Bitcoin goes lower? What if it doesn't go higher? What do I do? Well, number one, dollar cost average, great opportunity to buy some more cheap Bitcoin. But the other thing is, if you come down here, you do notice that a lot of people were looking at the CME gaps. I feel like a broken record on this channel. I don't want to keep talking about it, but there's a lot of people saying that we have to close that gap, okay? And in order to do that, long story short, if you haven't been following, we have to come down to about $7,185, and then we are in the clear. So we might just have a quick wick. It's possible, okay? Be careful out there. If you guys are leverage trading, you know that's a great opportunity to get liquidated, right? Now, also, I want to talk about altcoins because a lot of people are saying, hey, are we about to enter a potential alt season? Is it time for altcoins to blast off? Well, altcoins have been performing quite well, but the one thing that I want to point out is where they were kind of doing their own thing before, they're actually following Bitcoin really, really, really close right now. Obviously, the percentage gains are different. Bitcoin moves 2%, altcoins move 6%, right? But it's not really deviating from Bitcoin, and that to me is sort of a problem. Now, let me show you exactly what I mean. If I take away these these lines and stuff that we drew on here. Now, have a look at the way that the altcoins act. By the way, this is the altcoin. This is total 2, which is just altcoins, not Bitcoin. Look at the way it was acting back here and how it acted right before that massive, massive dump that we had, on May 30th. Now, I'm going to go back and forth real quick. Look at these two charts. Look at just this section right here, right? You could see they were sort of following each other, but they weren't. Now, I want you to look at this right here, this section, okay? And I'm going to go back and forth. Look at this. It's practically the same chart, guys. It's practically the same chart. Do you see that? So altcoins are really actually just following Bitcoin right now. There are a few altcoins that are doing their own thing. Like Phantom the other day was, popping off. Bomb Token was popping off. Litecoin's obviously doing its own thing. But this is what I'm trying to say. So I am basically thinking right now that all eyes are on Bitcoin, which is why I am not really doing any trading currently. But speaking of Litecoin, Litecoin is blasting off to the moon. Everybody wants to know what's next for Litecoin. Where's it going? Well, I actually found that it's doing sort of a gigantic ascending broadening wedge. Now, there's a lot of people that may disagree with this. You may say no. I'm going to put my I'm going to put my line up here. I mean, you could do that, but it's still broadening. It's still getting wider. I mean, I don't even have this line moved out to here, So really, no matter how you slice it or dice it, guys, we're still broadening. But I personally think it's I don't count all of this right here because we didn't really stay there for that long. I'm looking at the meat and the potatoes of the actual price action, which has been in this gigantic, almost megaphone type thing. Now, we had this once before on the Bitcoin chart, and what happened? Well, if we come over here and look at Bolkowski's ascending broadening wedge, you notice that it tends to have a breakout towards the bottom of the wedge. It essentially falls down, but then what it does is it actually continues upwards after that. So I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. This is just traditional, trading techniques or trading, whatever you want to call it. But basically, if we were to come down here, you could see Litecoin come down here and retest the $120 mark, maybe even come out of that range down to about 100 maybe before really blasting off, okay? But I do think that it may potentially need a cool down because as you can see right here, we came all the way up, we took a little bit of a breather, right? We came all the way up, we took a little bit of a breather. Well, ever since, June 6th, we've been going basically straight up with only just some minor sideways action. So I wouldn't be surprised if Litecoin did take a little bit of a breather again, but it looks like after we've had one, I guess you could count this as 1, 2, 3. To me, this looks more like 3, but I guess you can count this as 4. I think that we could come down and test it and then like just seriously blast off. But I wanted to talk about one thing regardless. You know, if you're in Litecoin, you're worried about getting it cheaper. Ultimately, I still do think long term leading up to the halving, it will perform still quite well, even if we have a little bit of a pullback short term. Because if we have a look right here, and this was from Socrates with a Z on Twitter, he was pointing out, if you have a look at the historical chart, which is what happened at the halving for Litecoin, you can see right here, 3 days after the halving, it actually started pulling back. And then it continued to have a sell-off leading up to the Bitcoin halving. So that was what everybody was getting really excited for. And then it sold off for 9 months even after that, okay? So I just want to point that out. So is it going to do the same thing again? I don't know. We don't really have enough data to say, oh, this is definitely what's going to happen. But if history repeats itself right around the time that we actually have the block halving, well, it looks like you may have a little bit of a pullback as people start to now anticipate the Bitcoin halving, okay? And that's what I'm really excited for. I'm pretty excited for that, I gotta say. Just looking at the way Litecoin has been behaving, it's exciting times. It's definitely really exciting times to be in crypto, guys. So that's sort of like the Bitcoin, Litecoin analysis. Litecoin, may potentially have a slight retracement, but I do still think it will continue upwards ultimately. Bitcoin currently going sideways. We need to keep our eyes on it. And the altcoins, even though some of them are doing quite well, they are really, really not deviating very far off from, the Bitcoin price. Like I said, if we just look at these two charts, they're pretty much damn near similar right here, So that's basically that. We need to move on. We need to talk about what's going on. So Litecoin is doing so well that Wright will soon be claiming he's Charlie Lee, probably, right? Probably. So speaking of this is a little bit off topic. I want to have a little fun before we go on with the rest of the video. So you guys might be familiar with this guy, Ryan X Charles. Now, I've seen him on Twitter. I never really followed the guy. I didn't really know who he was. I seen his face a lot, right? Like I see this picture of him smoking the cigar, right? So it looks like he's the founder of Money Button, okay? Which is basically, it's just this really simple way to make a button, right? You come over here, you make it, you want to be a tip or buy, you label it. You can add, all different addresses and stuff. So that's that, right? But basically, he put out this video. Now, somebody did this to him, but it says, "My religious experience in Toronto" by Ryan Charles. Bitcoin SV is totally not a cult. Now, I can't tell if this is a joke. I can't tell if this is just someone trolling or what, but I want you to watch this video real quick and let me know what you guys think. And by the way, if you want to skip this timestamps below, you can skip to any other part of the video, but just entertain this dude for just a second because this is definitely some strange stuff,
So what happened was I was getting almost no sleep at all, and I went to visit Mige and Oihei on Sunday in Toronto. And on the way over there, I was just thinking about Bitcoin and thinking of all this stuff and started to cry as I thought about Craig's invention. I'm sitting there standing right by a church. So I go into church, I think it was a Baptist church. The pastor starts talking. And he starts telling the story of Jesus Christ. Again, appreciate the emotion of the experience and appreciate the lack of sleep and all that. And I take all these things seriously, but I'm telling you exactly what actually happened. And the guy's telling the story of Jesus, and I'm like, oh my God. I'll tell you what I believed, although this is going to sound silly. I mean, what I believed in the moment was that Craig Wright is the second coming of Jesus Christ. My mouth is just gaping open. I'm sitting there listening to this. I'm like, oh my God. I have to introduce people to Bitcoin. I got to get more people involved in Bitcoin. So I go out there and just start talking with random people on the street. I meet this guy named Rick, and I introduce him, and I meet this other woman named Janiqua, telling them all these things, and I'm like half crying as I'm saying all this stuff because it was all very emotional. And they're like, well, how do you know that Craig is Jesus Christ? And I said, well, I don't know. Let me ask him. So I email Craig and I say, hey, Craig, are you Jesus Christ? No one believed any of this stuff. And I don't remember everything he said.
So is this actually serious or is this just a joke? I mean, I don't know, because I don't know this guy well enough, but somebody please let me know, because if that's the case and people are officially honestly thinking that he is the second coming of Jesus Christ, meaning Craig Wright, I mean, guys, this is crazy. This is literally like it says cult status, okay? Please be careful out there, all right? So moving on. So here, we're getting back to Bitcoin now. I know, that was crazy, but I felt like if I didn't put that in the video early, no one was going to watch it, and I thought it was really weird, so I just wanted your opinion on it. So you can see right here, there was also this interesting thing that came out. Now, basically what they're saying is, does Bitcoin tend to surge on the weekends? Now, it's really weird because as long as I've been in the space, we've always referred to the weekends as the weekend dip, right? And you can see right here, according to a 2018 Crypto Street podcast that they interviewed with trading expert Nicola Duke, speaking on parallels between trading markets and the crypto space, Duke noted a difference in the crypto markets once Bitcoin futures saw the introduction, right? So pretty much since Bitcoin futures have started, weekends have been really quiet, but it looks like somebody wanted to break that support and smash it. So you can see right here, they say the last 3 weekends in May hosted dramatic movements upward for Bitcoin. So according to Duke's comments, it might be possible that someone wanted to move the market notably upward, choosing the weekend hours to break up the resistance. Now, I actually have this on here. You can pull this up. This is an indicator. You literally just type in weekend on TradingView and this comes up. A little hard on the eyes right here, I'm not going to lie. But I mean, let's have a look at this. Is this true? Do we usually go up in price on the weekends? I mean, I don't know. Let's just start. I guess we could start with the beginning. Let's not start with the beginning of the year. That's too far back. Let's go to like March, okay? So, okay, this weekend, we didn't. We went down, okay? March 9th and 10th, we went up. March 16th and 17th, we went up. This weekend, we went down. This weekend, we broke even. This weekend, we went up. We went up. Looks like we broke about even. I mean, roughly broke even, guys. Looks like we actually went up. We clearly went up on this weekend. We went up. And actually last weekend we went down. So I don't know. Listen, the weekend, right? It seems like a 50-50 chance. We're going up, we're going down. Just because we go up a lot of weekends in a row, does that actually mean that the weekends are guaranteed to go up? I think they're just speculating. I think people are just looking for things now. So you can give me your opinion on that. But something pretty cool that came out is Ubisoft, the 4th largest publicly traded video game company known for Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Just Dance, is reportedly deploying game features on the Ethereum blockchain. So this is interesting. So sources told Les Echos that the development team at Ubisoft is in the advanced stages of creating a blockchain-based marketplace for in-game items. Now, we've already seen stuff like this before, right? I mean, we've clearly seen what Wax is doing, what Cocos is doing, what Engine is doing. This isn't exactly a unique thing, maybe just the fact that it's like a bigger household name. So the CEO suggests that blockchain technology is a potential revolution for the video game industry in the future. I absolutely 100% agree with that. Totally agree that blockchain and video games just go together, man. They really do. But they say they do not have plans to formally launch blockchain applications in the short term due to regulatory uncertainty in France. All right, so we'll have to keep an eye on this, but I think that's really, really awesome moving forward. Also, something that we've been waiting for how long? Finally, Nash prepares to launch beta version of decentralized exchange. You can see right here, they offer self-custody solutions through their beta exchange and app and their current browser extension. So you could read up on this. I mean, Nash, we've covered it on the channel. I did a review on it. We've talked to the CEOs, the co-founders before. This is something I'm really excited about. Okay, it's a decentralized exchange, fully regulated. You can use it, I'm pretty sure, as a US citizen. So if you guys are interested in signing up for this now, you can go to nash.io, but the thing is you need a referral to sign up. In other words, if you don't have a referral from someone, you can't sign up. So if you guys need a referral, you can use mine below. I'm not trying to like make you use my referral, but you actually need one. So you don't have to use mine. You can get it from somebody else, but you need one. Like for example, look, if you go to sign up right here, look, referral code. So if you use the link, it'll automatically put it in there, all right? But I just want to let you guys know that they're looking to roll that out with the beta version, so that's pretty cool. We've been waiting over a year for this, so I'm very excited to see what happens with that. Also, if you guys are wondering why I was looking at Chainlink before, it was because there was they officially announced their partnership with MATIC, so I was just curious to see if Chainlink was going to pump based on that news. I mean, we could see, is it going up? I don't know. Let's see. It went up like 2 pennies, so no, maybe either the news nobody cares or it just didn't matter. But I was curious to see if it was going to affect the price. But so that is pretty good news for MATIC and Chainlink. I'm pretty excited. I think you guys know what both of these projects do. I don't really have to go into it. Also, another thing that some people are pretty excited for is Coinbase. They've officially launched their cryptocurrency debit card for Europe. Now, they already tried it out in the UK. A lot of people love it, right? They're having really good experience with it. Obviously, the card acts like a typical card, for crypto. It converts it to fiat, and then wherever you pay, say you go to Starbucks, they're not going to get Bitcoin, they're going to get dollars or whatever fiat that whatever country you're in, right? So you could see that you could download the card app, or you can actually buy it for $4.95, which is nothing. So yeah, the CEO says you could buy groceries on Bitcoin and then coffee on Litecoin right after. And I do like the fact that actually Coinbase now allows you to swap back and forth. Finally, I've been waiting for that feature, so you could just like swap Bitcoin directly into Litecoin. However, I assume if you do that very, very frequently, considering that you did pretty much enter your KYC, well, tax season is going to be really fun for you guys that keep swapping those coins out, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So we also have Ripple revealing record-breaking surge in transactions on their global payment network, RippleNet. So, you guys may have your opinion on Ripple, but we're all part of a happy ecosystem right here. You could see that they're experiencing dramatic growth, adding an average of 2 to 3 new financial institutions to RippleNet each week. In January, it surpassed 200 customers on RippleNet. And so far, they only have, unfortunately, one payment route that's using xRapid between Mexico and Philippines. Obviously, xCurrent doesn't utilize XRP, which we really want them to use the xRapid if we want more of that adoption of the XRP token. But Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, does say that it's also live in Argentina and Brazil, but the company hasn't actually made an announcement on that yet. But that is basically that moving forward. However, I do want to get controversial because, hey, man, it's crypto. We need to get controversial, right? So we have Visa launching a blockchain system for international B2B transfers to compete with SWIFT. We already know Ripple is trying to compete with SWIFT. So do you think that, the same way we were concerned about Facebook being a Bitcoin killer, do you think that, if Visa launches their own blockchain system, is this going to be an XRP Ripple killer, right? I don't know, probably not. So let's dive down and let's look at it. Let's see what's going on right here. So basically, Visa's launching its own blockchain project, which is expected to make transactions cheaper and add transparency. The newly released blockchain software uses direct bank connections. Now, here's the part that I don't understand. Money transfers now go and reach their recipients faster. Taking 1 to 2 days to settle. Am I reading this wrong, or am I not understanding the article? That's not fast at all. So, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes on this, guys. 1 to 2 days is not fast at all. So if that's the case, then I don't think XRP is going to have any competition. Bitcoin's not going to have competition if that's the case. So yeah, we'll look into that. But anyway, I wanted to once again touch on the topic about the whole CNN thing. This guy, Proofmaster, says that CNN has no right to bash Google for what happened. The SEO landscape is constantly shifting, and if you don't adapt, you fall behind. Do you agree with that? I mean, we had this big conversation about centralization the other day, but at the end, he says at the end of the day, CCN is playing on Google's court. So since they've been playing the game for almost 7 years, they should know the rules are changing. Google's constantly evolving, and you need to learn how to evolve with it. Also, interestingly enough, they said the algo itself is not perfect and probably never will be. CCN is a great example of this since they are best ranked for the keywords Bitcoin and Bitcoin price, and not something that relates to them like cryptocurrency news, but he didn't see them complaining about that, did he? So that was interesting, but here's the crazy part. So it looks like in less than 3 days, and they say, maybe remind you, that's quicker than Jesus came back from the dead. A lot of Jesus today. Craig Wright is the second coming of Jesus. CCN rose faster than Jesus. What's going on here with all this? So they basically said that CryptoCoinNews.com, their previous domain, is now reappearing in Google searches. So was this just some crazy, publicity stunt just to get people to start going to the website? Or maybe it was on, I don't know. You never know what's going on. But it says that was a massive surprise. The CEO said, for us personally, since that change, we've effectively been absent on Google, but now that it's back, this is abrupt and confusing, but we're receiving help from multiple SEO teams to understand what has transpired. So they're not going away, so they're staying. So CCN, they went away for a day or 2 days. That was it. They're back. Okay. So yeah, I don't know, whatever, guys. We'll keep an eye on it. But Google actually did respond about the algorithm change. They said that Google is aiming to give relevant results to those searching the web. And a representative actually said, with any update, some sites might not perform as well as in the past, while other sites might perform better. Google detailed that some sites at times may see better results after updates due to those sites not previously seeing benefits of their high relevance. So this is the risk that you take, guys, when you're utilizing these centralized things. You're basing your entire business on Google ads, right? I mean, I don't know. Like, you may want to rethink other alternative streams of income, possibly. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. One bit of good news I want to talk about is giant Korean bank may get into crypto, and they're saying this could catalyze a Bitcoin rally. So this was reported by CoinDesk, and they're saying that KB Kookmin, which is South Korea's largest bank, on June 10th, apparently the financial institution and a local blockchain upstart called Adam Riggs Consulting signed an agreement on the matter of the custody. Now, the thing is you can see right here that it doesn't actually mention anything specifically about Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other digital assets, but it says while it's unclear if the service would be focused on institutions or consumers, this is the latest in a string of pro-adoption news in the Korean crypto industry. So once again, like all other news, we have to keep our eyes on it moving forward. And actually, this is an article from CCN, so this shows that they're back. Yeah, it appears, as you guys can see by the title, that a Chinese Bitcoin trader has allegedly committed suicide, okay, after he lost his investors' money in a highly leveraged trade position. So Hui Yi lost 2,000 Bitcoins after he entered a short position, which was liquidated after it went in the opposite direction. The trader, who was the co-founder and CEO of cryptocurrency market analyst platform BTC Top, unfortunately took his life on June 5th. At current prices, this was about a $16 million position lost on a leveraged trade. But guys, this is the thing. 100x leverage. Like, listen, I don't even know how to flip this into a thing. Number one, okay, there's two things I want to say before we go, because I don't want to end this on a downer. Number one, don't use 100x leverage. I don't even know why do they even offer 100x leverage? Long story short, if you don't know what 100x leverage is, it basically means if say you're leverage trading with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin moves 1% in the wrong direction, you're liquidated. 1%. Bitcoin literally moves 1% in minutes. Bitcoin, it's a very volatile asset, okay, guys? So unless you are absolutely positively certain, you still shouldn't use 100x because it's ridiculous. So that's number one. It's crazy high leverage, guys. It's way too high. It's just way too dangerous. And the second thing is, if you do happen to find yourself in a position where you make a bad trade, obviously, guys, taking your life is never the answer. Please, there are so many people out there that can help you. You can reach out to people in the Crypto Zombies Telegram. I'm in there. I try to get back to people as much as I can. Obviously, I'm only one person, but guys, that is not the answer. Please don't do that, and just be safe out there, and don't be gambling away the rent money, the mortgage money, the money for bills. Okay, this is a very sad story, but it's a lesson, and it's something to learn from. Number one, do not use 100x leverage. That's freaking. Honestly, you almost deserve to lose your money if you're using 100x leverage. Just gonna be honest with you. And number two, if something happens to you and you're trading, guys, please know that there's people out there that have lost just as much money. Last year, most of us traders lost about 80 to 90. Some lost 99% of their portfolios, okay? So there's definitely people out here that have felt the pain. So just wanted to point that out before we go. I don't want to end on that note, though, so before we go, a bank in Liechtenstein has grown its traffic by 900% by selling cryptocurrencies. I'm going to end on that note, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I love you. I really love you guys. You're the reason that I do this every single day. I don't need you leverage trading and getting all suicidal on me, okay? Come on, guys. We're at the beginning of this. This is the start of it. We're just starting the rally. Do you guys even know what we're going to do? Bitcoin hasn't even touched any of these crazy predictions yet. We haven't hit 40K or 100K or 500 or 300 or a million, okay? There's so much upside to this space. Don't get discouraged if you're here and you're watching, you're early, okay? All right. Okay, guys. So thank you so much if you stuck it out to the end. I don't know. I had a little bit of a rant there, but I hate when I see these damn stories. It's just money, guys. It's just money. You can get money anywhere. You can always go to a job. You can always get more money. You know what you can't get back? Your health, your friends, your family, your life. You can always get money. Okay. Just remember that. All right. That's all I got to say today, guys. Thank you for coming back to the channel. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And peace out.